Welcome into this evening's coverage, day 5 of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships, here live from the National Aquatic Centre in Auckland. A whole great night of finals ahead of us, kicking off with the women's 200 metres backstroke. Emma Godwin in lane 4 for that final tonight. Her best time just on that Olympic qualifying. She swam slightly slower this morning in the heats, but looking for big things from her in the final this evening. We move then to the 50 metre backstroke para multi-class, where Cameron Leslie, he qualified again or reached the qualifying mark and has had a great week so far. He'll be in action again. The 50 metre breaststroke for men will follow, with the two Joshes, Josh Picket and Josh Gilbert, going head to head in the middle lanes. And Josh Picket doing a very fast 28.3 this morning. Hopefully we'll see under 28 this evening. The 200 metre backstroke for men will follow. Andrew Jeffcoat, Zach Dell and Kane follows in the middle lanes. One of those swimmers under the 2-minute mark this morning, but they're going to have to go a whole lot better to get that 1:57.50 Olympic qualifying time this evening. The 200 metre individual medley for para multi-class, women and men. Nikita Howarth reached the qualifying mark this morning. She'll be in action again this evening. And Jesse Reynolds, he did about 3 seconds off the qualifying mark this morning, but his personal best is right on that qualifying mark, so we hope to see better things out of Jesse Reynolds this evening. The 200 metres butterfly for women will be a race between Grace Bake, Georgia Wills and Jenna Ralston Larking in the middle lanes. And in the men's event, Lewis Clarebert, Lachlan O'Connor and Wilrek Kutsia in the middle lanes. That qualifying 1:56.48, which would be an amazing time to reach, but we've seen great things out of Lewis Clarebert this week. Maybe it's another night for that. The 100 metre breaststroke for women will follow. The 27-year-old Bronna Ryan is in lane 4 for that event, and alongside her, Leah Milner from Coast Swimming Club, looking for a under 1:10 this evening. The 50 metre freestyle for both para men and women will follow, and then we'll finish the night with the men's 1500 metres freestyle, where Bronson Lloyd and Joseph Stewart, the 10K open water champion, will be going head to head in the middle lanes. We're going to get underway now with the session number 9 here at the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We hope you enjoy it. Please join me in welcoming our technical officials for this evening's session here at the 2021 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. Here they come onto pool deck now. And introducing the technical officials for this evening's session, our referees for the men's events, Jackie Forsyth from Wellington. For the women's events, Diane Farmer, Manawatu. Our starters for this evening's session, Ross Gillespie from Northland for the men's events. And for the women's events, Alan Hale, Otago. The technical director for these championships is Leslie Huckins from Canterbury. Thank you very much, officials. Please be seated.
I became an IO2 because I just wanted to help out the swimming community, give back, because they've always been amazing when I'm swimming.
So the reason why I became a technical official is because it's much more fun than sitting in the stand. You're right in the middle of it, you get to see all the racing, you get to talk to people and be involved in the event. It's just a great place to be.
I enjoy being a technical official because firstly it's an easy way for me to be able to give back to the sport that's given me so much. Like, I've been able to go overseas with my own swimming, so it's a good way for me to be able to give back, and it's fun. I get to make new friends amongst the other technical officials, and I feel like it's also helping my own swimming because I understand the rules of the sport on a deeper level.
Why? Because you get to meet so many cool people. You get to be close to the racing, and the technical officials are a happy family. They're good. They teach you, or you learn something new every day, and I have. Over the last 20 years, I suppose, I've had some great support from other officials, and it's just fun. It's so fun, and seeing the swimming close up, that's really exciting. So please come, we want you.
Here with the legendary Erica Fairweather. What a wonderful week you've had so far, Erica. Reached the qualifying mark, but you'd already reached the qualifying mark previous to this. Coming into this meet, did that take the pressure off you a little bit, knowing you'd already reached that qualifying mark?
Oh, absolutely. It was so nice to have that under my belt, and it just meant that I could play with a few things and have a good hit out here.
Now, we spoke after the 200, you were a bit disappointed with that, but came back and had a blinder in the 400 metre. Does that sort of redeem yourself? Did you feel better after that 400?
Yeah, I definitely feel better after the 400. I mean, it was always going to be disappointing missing that too, but yeah, got the 4 after it, so it was all good.
Now, from here to the Olympic Games, what does that plan look like, training-wise, racing-wise?
Yeah, so I guess for the next 3 months, there'll be some solid training put down, sharpening up on skills, that kind of thing. Doing a bit of racing here and there. We'll probably head out at May again in Hamilton, so that'll be fun.
And in terms of your squad, the Neptune squad, but a lot of the swimmers swimming together at Swim Dunedin, and still at the Moana pool, I assume. It must be great having pooling all of those top swimmers together to train together.
Oh, absolutely. We have so many great swimmers down there at the moment, and they all add so much value to the squad.
And Luan Grobbelaar down there now as well.
Yeah.
Now, your first Olympic Games, should you be nominated, selected, and everything goes well, and I'm sure it will, but what are you most excited about with your first Olympics?
Oh, I think just the whole experience of it. Like, obviously this year it's going to be a little bit different with COVID and all that, but it's still the Olympics. You get to represent your country on the biggest sporting stage in the world.
Well, congratulations so far, and all the best for your remaining events, your 100 freestyle tomorrow and the relay. Thanks for joining us, Erica.
Thank you very much.
From the schoolyard to the stadium, Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success on a local, regional and national level for over 20 years. We're proud to support New Zealand's sporting organisations and communities up and down the country. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. With expert advice and local service. From quote to claim management, we're with you every step of the way. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Day 5 of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships here, and this is the fifth, I should say, final session of the championships. And we're starting tonight with event 26, the women's 200 metres backstroke. There are 3 finals this evening, C, B and A. And we now welcome to the pool deck the C finalists. In lane 1 from North Shore, Savannah Eve Martin. Lane 2 from Raumati, Maya Adams. Lane 3 from Bream Bay, Ariella Repahau. Lane 4 from Pirates, Alicia Wong. Lane 5 from Kiwi West, Paris Cutler. Lane 6 from North Canterbury, Holly Rahurahu. Lane 7 from North Shore, Chloe Seaman. And lane 8 from Waitakere, Veselina Shipilova. Privileged to be joined on the commentary desk tonight by 1990 Commonwealth Games backstroker Tim Bowen. And Tim, great to have you here. You reminded me that 30 years ago you won the national title for the men's 200 metre backstroke, so perfect event to kick you off with. Nice to have you here, Tim.
Thank you, Scott. It's a real privilege to be here, and feeling a little bit apprehensive about this 200 back tonight. Bit of nostalgia kicking in.
Yeah, certainly a bit of nostalgic feelings coming through, and I'm sure the backstroke has changed a lot since, well, I'd say your day in 1990. The turns have certainly changed, haven't they? No tumble turns back in 1990.
No, we were absolutely touching the wall with a hand. A little bit of butterfly kick underwater, but nothing quite like these kids are doing.
Well, look forward to hearing some comments from you. This was your event, the 200 backstroke, when you were swimming. You had a long competitive career, and the Auckland Commonwealth Games, the peak, the pinnacle for you, I'm sure. But we are coming up 3/4 of the way through the C final, and in lane 5, it is Paris Cutler from Kiwi West that takes them through 1:46.79. And Tim, just remembering back to your final 50 of a 200 backstroke, what are the sort of things, thinking back, you remember about that final 50 to kind of keep it all together?
Look, it's all on. It's trying to keep your stroke long, keep the kick consistent, but you know, at the end of the day, it's really about putting it all out there.
And here she comes. Paris Cutler is holding on to the lead position, but a good challenge here from Holly Rahurahu from North Canterbury. They come into touch, and they swam 2:25 this morning, finished in 2:22 this evening, 3-second improvement. Great swim by these women. There you go, one down, Tim. Woo! We now welcome to the pool deck the B finalist of the women's 200 metres backstroke. Lane 1 from United, Isabel Gibson. Lane 2 from United is Alexandra Campion. Lane 3 from Evolution, Hope Chamil. 4 from Evolution, Kira Ellett. 5 from Evolution, Talita McEwen. Sorry, that was Hope Chamil from Vikings. 6 from Central City, Tess Winneray. 7 from Capital, Sophie Irving, and lane 8 from Wharanui, Bree Anderson. And a really good start there, lane 3, Hope Chamil from Vikings. She's gone through first, 32.80. How important in a 200 backstroke, Tim, is it to get out fast in that first 50, or is it very much an individual thing?
Of course, Scott, everyone has to swim their own race, but the first 50 is really about just getting into your rhythm. The real action's going to happen at the end of this lap and building into the third and that last turn and really bringing it home. But great to see their starts there with the little apparatus on the start blocks. Certainly that wasn't around 30 years ago.
No, it wasn't, Tim. That's called the backstroke start ledge, and that is for the viewers at home to wrap their toes around on the wall. It helps to get a little bit elevation off the wall, off the start for the backstrokers, and each of them have a different setting for that ledge in terms of how high it is on the wall. And Tim, you were the national title holder 30 years ago, and great to have you here with us giving a few expert comments on this race, your main event back then.
It was this event, and for me, I wasn't a sprinter. If there was a 400 backstroke available, I probably would have been a goer for that, but 200 back was all about that, and really, second half, and we saw the swimmer in lane 3 there, Hope Shamil, get a fabulous start, and let's see if she can bring it home.
Well, she has been taken over by Kira Allett from Evolution, who's had a very good week so far, and her teammate Talita McEwen on her outside lane 5 coming through to win this B final here. The Evolution duo in the middle of the pool, and looking at the time there, Tim, 2:20, just underneath the heat time, so it's always good to see faster finals, and we've seen a lot of that all week. And there's a good picture of that, the start, the high feet position on the wall at the start, and certainly with the shorter backstroke events, these swimmers wanting to spend a reasonable amount of time on their start, just as they would their turns or the swimming component of the event. And there is the final result there. Not a lot in it amongst the top 3. Hope Shamil holds on to 3rd in that B final. We now move and welcome to pool deck the A finalist of the women's 200 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from Enterprise, Tyler Finot. In lane 2 from United, Alice Waldo. Lane 3 from Capital, Molly Player. Lane 4 from the Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. Lane 5 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Lane 6 from United, Jessie Welch. Lane 7 from Mount Maunganui, Molly Shivnan. And lane 8 from North Shore, Zoe Crawford. Emma Godwin in lane 4, her entry time 2:10, the qualifying time for the Olympic Games set at 2:10.39, and expecting to see a very fast start here by Emma Godwin, the 24-year-old from the Sun Devils. And Tim Bowen, how important is it, with the plan for these women's races here to kind of build on that each lap they go through?
Yep, I'm pretty sure they'll all have a race plan, and it usually revolves around a good solid first lap, building into that second, keep the times pretty consistent between the second and the third laps, and try and bring it home on the fourth, maybe a little bit faster than the third. Emma's gone out there in 30.4, should see a turn in about a 60, 62, 63.
So we'll soon see how she's tracking. Emma Godwin leads the way by a body length and a half at the 100-metre mark. 103.50. We'll need to see a 10.16. 16.17. She's well on track for this qualifying time at the moment. And as you said, Tim, it's about building this third 50 and really bring it home with everything she's got.
It is, Scott. Let's see what she can do. She went down there in 33.0 for the second lap. Head staying nice and still, so she's still in control. She's going to pick up the tempo, building into this wall. Let's see what her turn looks like.
Be very interesting to see what she turns. We look at the board. 34.27 has slowed down about a second there. She's going to have to really dig it in to get anywhere near this 210.
Yeah, 210 might be a bit of a stretch, but she's still got a chance.
25 metres to swim for Emma Godwin. Sitting in second place at the moment is Gina McCarthy. Lane 2's Alice Waldo going well there. It's going to be a battle on for the silver. Emma Godwin just tying up a little bit in the final 10 metres. She's just going to be over that 210. She heads into the wall, 2:12.87, a big improvement on her heat swim this morning. Alice Waldo sneaks in by 0.1 of a second for the silver, and Gina McCarthy rounds out the top three.
And Scott, we're looking at a really good first lap from our
Godwin,
winner,
yeah.
Emma. Yeah, and solid turns. Look at that, 3 or 4 kicks off the wall. Super finish.
So we'll have a chat with Emma Godwin, see how she felt about the performance. Her personal best around about the 2:10.5. So there's the full result. Molly Player in fourth, 2:18.03, and just 1/100 of a second separating her and Molly Shivnan. Zoe Crawford in sixth, Jessie Welch seventh, and Tylee Fano rounding up the top 8. And we'll get a quick word with Emma now. Here with Emma Godwin, the winner of the women's 200 backstroke. Congratulations, 2:12, much faster than this morning, Emma, but how are you feeling with that title?
Happy after how it felt this morning. Yeah, happy to come back with that time. So
You were well out in front all the way from the start. Started out very, very strongly over that 103 through the first 100. Was the goal to try and get down to that 210, clearly?
I mean, it would have been great to get it, but realistically just do what I can do at this meet and carry on, have another shot in May, so yeah.
What's encouraging is that just that improvement between the heats and the finals. You're obviously lifting to the occasion of the final, and I think that's fantastic to see, so well done.
Thank you.
That's Emma Godwin, the winner of the women's 200 metres backstroke.
S4 is for swimmers with a high degree of impairment affecting the trunk and legs who are also affected in the hands, or the loss of limbs. These swimmers generate the majority of their power from the shoulders.
Well, great start to Day 5's final session here at the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We're now going to move to event 115, the final of the men's 50-metre backstroke para multi-class. And they're coming onto pool deck now. Let's welcome them on. In lane 3 from Geraldine, Benjamin Gould. In lane 4 from Whangarei, Cam Leslie. And lane 5 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. Good start by all three swimmers, and away Cam Leslie goes in lane 4. 50-metre backstroke. Having the challenges a lot of other swimmers don't have. He's got to have to propel himself with those shorter limbs, and away he goes, and it's all about rating, he said this morning, Cam Leslie. It's all about the rating. And away he goes. We're looking for a 41.5, would get us a world record for his class of S4. And it's 41.50 for Cam. And he comes in. Let's see how he goes. 42.57. Again underneath the Paralympic qualifying mark, just outside of his own New Zealand record. Great swim from Cam Leslie, as it was Benjamin Gould and Lance Dusto. And he's pretty happy about that. He's repeated that qualifying mark from this morning. About qualification number 4 for Cam Leslie. He's an old hand at this Paralympic thing. He's been, this will be the 4th Paralympics he will go to. And you just add that up, 4 times 4, 16 years. 16 years he's been at the top of his game. And look forward to catching a word with Cam Leslie here to see how that performance rated for him this evening. Cam Leslie, stop panting on my ear. Well done. Another qualifying mark. That looked really good.
Yeah, it felt really good apart from the finish. It was a terrible finish, so a bit frustrated with the end there, but yeah, hey, something to improve on, and it's a tidy time.
It is 42.5. I was hoping for a world record tonight. You've disappointed me, but hey, I'm sure we'll get that again another occasion. But what's next for you, Cam, on the program?
I got 53 later tonight, and yeah, we'll give that a good nudge as well, and hopefully make a better finish than that.
And I see you've shaved off your beard as that one. Must give you an extra point too.
Yeah, that's probably all it was.
Well done, Cam Leslie, the winner of the 50-metre backstroke para multi-class. Next up, the 50-metre backstroke for women final of the para multi-class. And they're coming on to pool deck now. In lane 1 from Zenith, Katie Short. Lane 2 from Orca, Jane Fox. Lane 3 from Coast, Nia Wallace. Lane 4 from Pukekohe, Tupou Naifi. Lane 5 from Wharanui, Gabby Smith. Lane 6 from Whananui, Lily Fox-Mason. In lane 7 from Te Arawa, Siobhan Terry. And lane 8 from Hamilton Aquatics, Melissa Donahue. Now full house in this event for the women's 50 backstroke para multi-class. Tupo Naufi in lane 4, 36.77. Now her New Zealand record 35.33. And Gabby Smith looking for that record, that under 16 New Zealand record of 35.16. So Gabby Smith in lane 5, and she's going really well. Gabby Smith is going to touch the wall first. Let's see if we can get a New Zealand age record. 35.67 just outside. And same with Tupo Naufi. Jane Fox coming in 39.22. That's way faster for Jane Fox. Great swim for Jane Fox there. And Lily Fox-Mason in 40. She's gone about the time she did this morning. And we'll wait for the result. All of these swimmers are swimming within their own class, their disability class. And great finish there by Gabby Smith. She comes in, we wait for the result. And it's Tupo Naufi wins that one. Well done to Tupo. We'll get a quick word with her. Tupo Naufi here, winner of the women's 50 backstroke for para multi-class. Congratulations, Tupo. A great start there, watched your start. Have you worked on your starts? Because that looked real fast.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not usually like my strongest part of swim, but yeah.
Yeah, the underwater work, getting yourself away quickly. In terms of your rating and how fast you're turning your arms over, do you concentrate on trying to get them really fast in the 50-metre backstroke?
Yeah, just because with my disability it's a bit hard to be able to keep consistent with it. But it was good tonight, so yeah.
Well done on a title, and this is your first title for these championships? Or second one? Second one, I should know that. Well done, and hope the success continues for you.
Thank you.
Tupo Naufi, the winner of the women's 50-metre backstroke para multi-class.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back. We're moving to the men's 50 metres breaststroke now. There are two finals, the B final and the A final. We welcome now to pool deck the B finalists. In lane 1, Benson Lee. 2, Marco Smeets. 3, Jack Keeper. 4, Lyle Hill. 5, Ben Masters. 6, Robin Shen. 7, Bowen Crawford. And 8, Mac Hong. All about the rating here. Catching the water at the front, but rating. And it's about the timing of the finish. Get the timing wrong, you'll lose. You've got to time that from 5 to 10 metres out. Make sure it's a nice long stroke into the finish. Good finish there by Ben Masters. 30.6. Half second faster than this morning. Takes out the B final. And a good start, lane 2 there by Marco Smeets for United. And strong performance there in lane 3 by Jack Keeper as well.
From memory, Scott, this is one of your favourite events.
It was. I used to love this one. Not enough time to get too hurt, too sore. And there's the result, 30.6. Please welcome to pool deck the A finalists of the men's 50 metres breaststroke. In lane 1 from Waitakere, James Slessor. Lane 2 from North Shore, Blair Helms. Lane 3 from North Shore, Cullen Prime. Lane 4 from Pukekohe, Joshua Pickett. Lane 5 from Evolution, Josh Gilbert. Lane 6 from Raumati, Eli Litton. Lane 7 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. Lane 8 from Wharanui, Tom Drever. Clean start and away they go. This underwater work will be very important. And first up, it is Josh Gilbert. Josh Gilbert with a nice head start, but it is already Picket well into his work. Look at the rating there of Picket. The fastest rating in the whole field and not going so bad. Cullen Prime in lane 3. Pickett's going to have it all his own way, tearing out in front. Great swim here. 28.02. For Josh Pickett, never really threatened. Would have been nice for him to see a 27 there, but a 28.02 wins it by 0.8 of a second, and in a 50 metres, that's convincing. And look at him coming into the wall, nice long stretch into the wall, times it perfectly. And Joshua Gilbert coming in second there. Cullen Prime a half second further back, and we'll catch a word with Joshua Pickett from Pukekohe to reflect on and hear about that swim. Here with Joshua Pickett, the winner of the men's 50 metres breaststroke. Congratulations, Josh. Just watching that start, alongside you, they had a little bit of a lead there, but it didn't take long with your rating to really collect everyone through.
Yeah, not the flashiest of the start, but I usually managed to claw it back all right, so just happy to was able to do that.
In terms of that rating, I mean, you can't rate that fast without holding the water. I mean, how much of your success comes down to the strength work? I mean, obviously there's the pull work, but do you do a lot of work in the gym?
Yeah, 3 times a week. So, yeah, big focus on that, especially with my AC coach, Luke, who's here. Shout out to him.
Good stuff. And what's in the program left for you for these champs?
That's me, all finished up.
That's all done. There'll be a few envious of that, but congratulations finishing on a high, Josh. Well done.
Thank you.
That's Josh Picket, the winner of the 50-metre breaststroke. We move now to the men's 200-metre backstroke finals. There are 2 finals, the B final and the A final. And coming on to pool deck now, the B finalists. In lane 1 from Aquagym, Wills Graham. 2 from North Shore, McAllister Clark. 3 from Waitakere, Hunter Dobson. 4 from North Shore, Gustav Camper. 5 from Coast, Tegan Farr. 6 from Central City, Bede Aitu. 7 from Coast, Jasper Cornish. And lane 8 from Waitakere, Jacob Lawrence. Now, Tim, you were coached under Ross Anderson Senior. You were coached by Hilton Brown, was it as well? Who were the main coaches for you back in your backstroke days?
Yep, there were certainly those 2. Ross was my coach for about 8 years. Hilton for maybe three years, and then Dean Greenwood following that.
And Dean Greenwood.
But look, all coaches were pretty consistent in terms of 200 back. It's really about hanging a good race together. You've got to get the pacing right on that first lap. You've got to build the second. Really get into your straps about halfway down the third, and all on the way home.
In terms of head position for backstroke, Tim, what do you have to say about head position? How important is head position?
Well, look, again, everyone's going to have their own nuances, but Hilton used to be a big one for putting a glass of water on your head and making you swim and keep that glass of water, above the ground. So you look really important. It's all about getting the power through the shoulders, through the chest, and pushing through the back of the stroke.
So they come through the third 50 of this B final, 200 metres backstroke. Gustav Camper, North Shore, takes them through. Tegan Farr having a good swim from Coast, and Hunter Dobson in third place at the moment. So Gustav Camper, he recorded 2:09.89 this morning. Tegan Farr at 2:12. He'll be all looking for PBs here.
He's looking good on that last 25. Let's see if he can bring it home under 2:10.
Good rating there too, Tim, for Gustav Camper. He comes into the wall strongly.
2:08, great.
14. Great swim.
Yeah, very good last lap.
And you just look at that, the green times on the board showing a faster split than the ones before. So 31.75, most of those swimmers coming through faster in the final lap than the ones previous. So that's great to see.
Very well put together race there by Gustav.
And you can see, Tim, that start there of all the different heights, everyone having an individual way they start. it's all about, I guess, the strength, the balance they can have on that wall.
Yeah, well, look, I heard Steve Kent talk last night about, you know, you make a choice about how aggressive you want to get on these things. You know, underwater off the turns, certainly the backstroke start is something you can choose to be aggressive on, and we saw that there.
That's right, there's the result. And really good swims there. The visitor beat Aitu coming in fourth. And we now welcome to pool deck the A finalists of the men's 200 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from North Shore, Cooper Morley. Lane 2 from North Shore, Jason Churches. Lane 3 from Pukekohe, Zach Dell. Lane 4 from Pukekohe, Andrew Jeffcoat. Lane 5 from North Shore, Kane Follows. 6 from Capital, Sam Brown. 7 from North Shore, Samuel Potching. And lane 8 from Pukekohe, Thomas Murray. So Andrew Jeffcoat, the fastest of the qualifiers this morning, 1:59.11, but they're going to have to go a lot quicker. 1:57.50 is the Olympic qualifying, and some solid competition in the final here. Zach Dell, lane 3 from Pukekohe. Kane Follows in lane 5, and also Sam Brown, a very promising younger medley swimmer and backstroke swimmer. And they go through the turn, 28.24, 0.3 of a lead to Andrew Jeffcoat.
It's a really good first lap, Scott. I'm loving the look of Kane Follows here. He's looking so smooth. 28.55 on that first lap. Let's see what he can do in the second half.
Now it is Zach Dell and Kane Follows, the 2019 World University Games representatives. And Kane Follows is leading them through the 100. This is interesting. A fantastic 50 there, Tim, from Kane Follows.
Outstanding. As I said, he's looking super smooth. Let's see. He's going to pick it up here. If he's anything like his dad, he's going to be very, very tough over the second half. For those that don't know, Kane's dad was a national champion back in the 80s. In fact, I think he was the national champ the first time I ever swam at nationals. So he's got good pedigree there, Kane Follows.
Kane Follows, very, very long arms, slower turnover, but pulling a lot of water.
He's very.
Kane Follows.
Look,
now body length lead in front.
He's very close to that Olympic qualifying, Scott. Let's bring him home, folks.
Kane Follows, 1.5 body lengths. This could be an Olympic qualifying time. Andrew Jeffcoat trying to hold on. Kane Follows with 10 metres to go.
This is a great swim, Scott. Let's get him home. The last 5 metres.
He's going to go for the wall. 1:57, 1:58, just over.
Very good swim by Kane Follows. He put it all out there. Look, that's someone who left everything on the track.
Certainly brave, that's for sure. Kane Follows wins. Andrew Jeffcoat, 2:01.14. Third will go to Sam Brown in lane 6. And Zach Dell shut out of the medals there in 4th. But you just see that first turn, it was Andrew Jeffcoat, and within that second 50, Tim, Kane Follows had taken, it completely reversed that lead, and that's where it all started.
Yeah, look, your coaches are going to have a field day analysing this because, you know, Kane really put it out there on that second lap. Whether it was too much, you know, he tied up a little bit on the way back, but, you know, he was going for 157.5, and that's what you've got to do.
That's right. I remember the famous Moss Burmester at the games. He was leading out Phelps at the 1, but he just left. He just went from the start and got the career best time, 4th at the Olympics. So similar kind of tactic here is just go out from the beginning. And we'll chat with Kane Follows now and hear about that performance. Taking his time to get out of the pool. He certainly has left it all out there. Here with Kane Follows. Congratulations, Kane. You look pretty stuffed, mate. You went out hard from there. Just that second lap, you really just went for it. Andrew got to the wall first at that first turn. Not sure if you could see that, but then obviously you just built it from there.
Yeah, that's always the plan. Use that easy speed going out, build into that second 50, and then everything you got for that last 100, and just fell short in there. So.
158, are you reasonably pleased with that? Obviously didn't get the qualifying, that was the goal, but you know, are you happy with that performance?
Not really. I know I'm faster than that. But obviously, you just got to get up and do it on the day, and I couldn't. I left everything out there, and that's what I can be proud of. I left everything in the pool.
You definitely did. So well done on a national title, and all the best for your following races.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
So welcome back, a fantastic race there, the 200 backstroke for men. We now move to event 117, the 200 metre individual medley for women, para multi-class. In lane 2 from Orca, Jane Fox is doing the Macarena. In lane 3 from Wharanui is Gabby Smith. Lane 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Nikita Howarth. Lane 5 from Selwyn, Ella Ben. Lane 6 from Wharanui, Lily Fox Mason. Lane 7 from Zenith, Katie Short. So Nikita Howarth in lane number 4, she reached the Olympic qualifying mark this morning in her disability class of SM7. And for those that have joined us on the coverage just tonight, their disability classes for these athletes are determined whether they've got a physical disability, an intellectual disability or a vision impairment. And of the swimmers in the event today, 5 of them have a physical disability, with Jane Fox, an intellectual impairment. She is in lane 2, and the class determined from 1 through 10 is the severity of the physical disability. And obviously the sport of para swimming wants to make a pretty even playing field, and so the swimmers are classed into their disability class to ensure that they are swimming with people of a similar disability. So, and here we go, we've got SM7, Nikita Howarth, and first to the halfway mark in this 200 metre individual medley is Gabby Smith, who's had a fantastic championship. And Tim Bowen, in your day, were you doing the 200 IM? Were you concentrating on the backstroke? What was the other stroke you used to do apart from the backstroke?
Well, look, Scott, I was infamous amongst Roscoe Swimming Club for a 200 butterfly, actually. But yeah, often partook in the 200 medley at a national event. It was, it was a great event to have a bit of a bash at. And the beautiful thing with this is, there's not many people that are great at all 4 strokes. So, you're going to find, if you can do a bit of backstroke, maybe you can do a bit of freestyle, you're going to do okay. Probably not up against Lewis Clareburt, though.
That's right, and I think some of the better IM swimmers are the ones that have less of a weakness in any one stroke. They're the ones that aren't going to fall behind in any stroke. And here we go, lane 3. This is Gabby Smith, the 14-year-old from Wharanui, who's going to certainly be one to watch as she grows, matures, and gets more strength. Gabby Smith coming in to touch first. 2:49.38, 5 seconds under her heat time this morning. Alaben comes in. Nikita Howarth, 3:06, which is exactly the same time, or nearly, as she did this morning, so very consistent. And nice smooth technique here from Katie Short, who's had a very, very full program. And a lot of these para swimmers, it seems that they take on almost every opportunity they can take. And Katie Short swum 3:47.95. Let's see what she can do. She's going to go a little bit faster than that this evening. Round of applause for our para swimmers in the 200 metre individual medley. And we're going to find out the results shortly. And there's Jane Fox in action. And each of these para swimmers with a slightly different technique to get off the blocks there. And we'll wait for the official result to come through shortly. Each of the winner is the swimmer closest to the world record in their class. That's essentially how it's worked out. So Nikita Howarth wins, and we'll have a chat to Nikita once she's out of the pool. She reached the qualifying mark this morning, and she's done it again. Here with Nikita Howarth, fresh off her win. Congratulations. I remember you saying to me 3:06, you weren't quite happy. Another 3:06 tonight. A win, a national title. How does that one go down?
Pretty good. I'm pretty sure my time was a 3:08 this morning. So 2 seconds faster. I'm pretty happy with that.
I must be getting tired, Nikita. A 2-second improvement. So you must be happy, right? So what have you got else this evening? You've got freestyle?
Oh, no, freestyle's not my stroke. I just have 100 breaststroke tomorrow, and that's it.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, we look forward to seeing you in action. You're obviously improving from heat to final, which is great to see. And hopefully we'll see another qualifying time from you tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
Nikita Howarth, the winner of the 200 metre individual medley para multi-class. Please welcome to the pool deck the men's 200 metres individual medley final for para multi-class. In lane 2 from Te Arawa, Bailey Conlon. Lane 3 from Selwyn, Yayan Edwards. Lane 4 from Fairfield, Jesse Reynolds. Lane 5 from Mount Eden, David Beck. Lane 6 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. .200 metre individual medley for men para multi-class, and really watching in the middle of the field Jesse Reynolds, the Olympic qualifying mark of 2:23.90. Now his best time ever 2:23.99. He was a bit slower this morning in the heats, 2:26. Tim, just overheard you saying about where do these para athletes train, and some of them are training with other para-athletes. Jesse Reynolds swimming with Cameron Leslie at the National Aquatic Centre, but others joining able-bodied athletes in the normal squads and spurring them along and getting them where they need to be, which is great to see. But some good early pace here from Jesse Reynolds.
That's a pretty smooth backstroke there out in front. Look at that. Look at this. The cadence there is fantastic.
So not having the propulsion from the kick, he's got to really put it in the arms. And Jesse now going to the Breaststroke League, where we spoke this morning about the fact that the breaststroke being so heavily reliant on the kick, Jesse just really has just the 1 foot to push back with, which you get to see. It's just phenomenal how much power he gets out of that 1 foot.
The strength he must have is phenomenal. I mean, look at that. It's all arms, really, isn't it?
It is, and it is about adapting the stroke to the swimmer's disability, and they've spent obviously hours and hours, years and years perfecting that technique to get faster. And Jesse Reynolds, and also David Beck out there, he's in lane 5. Well, let's keep an eye on 2:36.80. That's his own New Zealand record, I believe. And David Beck just coming in to finish the breaststroke. Now Jesse Reynolds is on board 1:51.70. So we're looking for a really good final 50. The time 2:23.90 is the time we need to reach. It's going to be very close indeed. It's going to be close. Jesse Reynolds coming in. Just over 2:25.33, an improvement by 1.5 seconds from this morning. He seems reasonably comfortable with that. David Beck comes in at 2:35.48, which
finish.
is a New Zealand record for David Beck. Good on you, David.
He's happy about that, Scott.
He's very happy. David Beck left it all out there. He's gone 2 seconds faster in that final. Great job by both of these swimmers.
Really fantastic last 50 actually for David.
And a great start by Ian Edwards there in the orange cap, really flinging himself off the block. And going into the backstroke leg there. Good underwater work by both of these swimmers. And as we said, great backstroke cadence there by Jesse Reynolds. And here he is coming in for a nice final 1.5 second improvement. And we'll just wait on the official result. And the team at Swimming New Zealand just in the computer determining. And we'll ask David Beck. David Beck will get a word with you and talk through your New Zealand record. So Dave, come on back. Congratulations, David. 2 seconds faster than this morning, and you've broken your New Zealand record. You must be happy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Astonishingly happy about that.
I love your moment at the end. You really show the emotion and how much it means to you, which is awesome for the crowd to see. What did you do differently in this one than you did maybe this morning? Do you know?
Well, as far as I know, all I had to do was work on my catch and pull, which makes me go a lot faster in through the water.
In which particular stroke did you do, or did you just do that across the board, across all the strokes?
Well, I find I did that in both the fly, the back, and mostly the breaststroke.
And you came back very, very strongly. So congratulations, David, on a win and a New Zealand record.
Well, I could never be more happier than ever.
Well done, David Beck. And we'll look forward to seeing you in action soon.
Swimming is my favorite way to start the day.
It's my escape from the hustle and bustle.
Keeps me moving and keeps me alive.
It's the reason I want to be the best one day.
It's why we're going to Epic. See you in Taupo.
Here with Simon Main, big part of the Paralympic swimming movement and coach of Jesse and Cam. Simon, you must be pretty happy with the performances so far this week, getting a few qualification marks.
Yeah, I mean, getting them early was the great thing. 100 back for Jesse on day one. That's, just made the meet for him. And Cameron just keeps improving throughout the meet, so I'm really pleased.
In terms of their preparation coming in and where you wanted them to be, are they peaking for this? Are they swimming through? What's the long-term plan leading into the Games?
No, it's just swimming through, really. We're concentrating on Tokyo. Haven't really tapered for this meet, so I'm really pleased with the times they're doing now, and they're still in a bit of work.
Absolutely, they're not far off their own best times, some not far off world records, so very, very promising and very exciting, isn't it? In terms of the numbers in the team that you hope to get, what is the total number you hope to take along with the Paralympic team?
5. We've already got 6 slots allocated, but we've at the moment got 5 swimmers that are going to meet the times. That's going to be the 2 boys that I coach, and then there's 3 girls that you've seen.
Is there anyone on the cusp that you're seeing coming through that you're thinking they're the next ones that are going to get there? Is there anyone that you're really excited about?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a new role that I'm helping the development athletes and coaches, and there's a few on the radar that we're hoping that for Paris will be good.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Simon, and for all you do for para swimming.
From the schoolyard to the stadium, Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success on a local, regional and national level for over 20 years. We're proud to support New Zealand's sporting organisations and communities up and down the country. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance with expert advice and local service. From quote to claim management, we're with you every step of the way. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back halfway through this final session of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. And we're going to kick off with the first of the medal ceremonies now. And starting with the women's 200 metre backstroke, event 26, the 17 and 18-year-old age group. In third place in 2:18.04 from Mount Maunganui Swimming Club, Molly Shibnan. In the silver medal position, 2:16.20 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. And winning in 2:16.08 from United, Alice Waldo. The next medal presentation for event 26, the 200 backstroke for women, the open final result. In third place, the bronze medalist 2:16.20 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Silver medalist 2:16.08 from United, Alice Waldo. And winning in 2:12.87 from Hitatonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. We move now to events 116, the 50 backstroke for women, para multi-class. Third place, bronze medal, 46.34 from Coast Swimming Club, Nia Wallace. The silver medalist in 35.67 from Wharanui, Gabby Smith. And winning a gold medal in 36.25 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Tupou Naufi. The next medal presentation is event 115, the men's 50 backstroke para multi-class. The bronze medalist in 40.87 from Geraldine, Benjamin Gould. Medals being presented by Simon Main, para-swimming performance coach. And the silver medalist in 36.23 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. Winning the gold medal in 42.57 from Whangarei Swim Club, Cameron Leslie. Move now to the 50 metre breaststroke, 17-18-year-old age group final. Result. Bronze medalist 30.76 from Enterprise, Jack Keeper. Silver medalist in 30.23 from Waitakere, James Slessor. And the gold medal in 30.18 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. Now we move to event 27, the medal ceremony for the 50 metre breaststroke, the open final. Bronze medalist in 29.42 from North Shore Swimming, Callum Prime. Second place, the silver medalist 28.72 from Evolution, Joshua Gilbert. Winning the gold medal in 28.02 from Pukekohe, Joshua Picket. Swimming New Zealand would like to recognise Whangarei Swimming Club's Cameron Leslie, who has broken several world records at national meets recently. Cameron has broken short course world records in the S4 50 freestyle, 50 backstroke, the SM4 100 metre individual medley. Cameron's swimming career has spanned over 15 years at senior international level, previously succeeding in the individual medley before taking a slightly perpendicular turn into the shorter sprint races. Congratulations to Cameron for these and the best of luck for your remaining races. Well done, Cameron Leslie. We move now to the event 28, 200 backstroke for the 17-18-year-old boys. In the bronze medal position, 212.06 from North Shore, Cooper Morley. Silver medalist, 204.40 from North Shore, Samuel Potching. And winning the gold medal in 203.60 from Capital, Sam Brown. Moving now to the 200 metre backstroke men's open final result. Bronze medal, 2:03.60 from Capital, Sam Brown. Silver medal in 2:01.14 from Pukekohe, Andrew Jeffcoat. This medal ceremony sponsored and supported by All Proof Industries. And the gold medalist in 1:58.87 from North Shore, Kane follows. Move now to the next medal ceremony. It is event 117, 200 metre individual medley for women para multi-class. Third place, 2:49.38, Gabby Smith from Wharanui. Silver medalist, 2:56.34 from Selwyn Swim Club, Ella Ben. And winning the gold medal in 3:06.27 in a qualification for the Paralympics, Nikita Howarth from Hamilton Aquatics. So we're going to come back to the result and ceremony for the men's 200 metre individual medley para multi-class. And we will shortly be resuming the program right after these messages.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back to the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We move now to event number 29, the women's 200 metres butterfly. There are two finals, the B and the A final. And we welcome to pool deck the B finalists. In fact, apologies, this is the A final, no B final tonight. This is the A final on pool deck. And we will start by introducing lane number 1, Esme Patterson from Neptune. Lane 2 from North Shore, Charlie Toos. Lane 3 from Capital, Georgia Wills. Lane 4 from United, Grace Beck. Lane 5 from Capital, Jenna Ralston Larking. Lane 6 from North Shore, Ruby Matthews. 7 from Wharanui, Hannah Bates. And lane 8 from Capital, Estee Jacobs. The 16-year-old Grace Beck in the middle of the pool, lane 4. She was the first to qualify at the top into lane 4, 2:20.90. Tim Bowen, 1990 Commonwealth Games, 200 backstroker and national title holder for the 200 back then. Welcome to the commentary desk. 200 butterfly. This was your other event, right?
Well, it was an event. I think the last time I swam one was Auckland Champs 1985, and the third turn the referee looked at me and he said, hurry up. So, yeah, not a great pedigree, but look, the beautiful thing with these races is they're so animated. You can tell what's happening by looking at the strokes of the swimmers. I mean, we're looking here, we've got a pretty tight field. Everyone's looking pretty comfortable at the moment, but let's see how this third lap's going to play out.
That's right, a very, very demanding stroke, the butterfly, certainly over 200 metres. And we look here, very flat across the field at the 100. It's anyone's at the moment. Four of the women going through in 105. Hannah Bates in 106. Now, Tim, we've talked about it. This is where we can see how much work's gone in.
It's the business end, isn't it, Scott? Here we go. Who's gonna pull this through? Who are you liking the look of, Scott?
Well, I think Jenna Ralston-Larking looking pretty comfortable. She is a born and bred 200 butterfly. But also going well is lane 7's Hannah Bates in the red cap. But still, Tim, no one really coming out too far in front. I think Jenna Ralston-Larking, I'd pick her. She's looking really good. She leads them through the third 50.
Yeah, we've got an outside flyer there in lane, what is that, lane 7? She's looking very good.
That's Hannah Bates in the red cap, and we're coming down to the closing stages. Jenna Ralston-Larking just tiring somewhat. Lane 6, Ruby Matthews starting to come through. This is when we see if they've done the work. 4 of the women here. It could be anyone's with 10 metres to go.
Hannah Bates just hanging on to it.
Hannah Bates has done a great job in lane 7. She's going to win this event. Woo. What a win from lane 7. 2:17.60.
Well put together race by
Can you believe it, Tim? 7 seconds faster than her heat swim. How do you do that?
Well, I suspect you're leaving a little bit in the tank, eh? Bit of a dark horse.
Bit of a dark horse on the outside, certainly a little bit in the tank, but maybe just that occasion, and the occasion does bring a lot of swimmers through, doesn't it?
Well, it can make or break a swimmer, right? It's how you turn up on the night, and we saw there Hannah Bates put together a great race, held it together, and really brought it home well.
There is 2 parts to this, really. There is the stroke and the technique when you're fresh, and there's a stroke and technique when you're tiring. And it's almost more important than 200 butterfly to make sure that you're holding it together in that final 50 metres, isn't it?
It sure is. And you know what? It's you don't need a pretty stroke necessarily to win a 200 butterfly.
It's all grit and determination. We'll get a word with Hannah Bates, the winner of the 200 metres butterfly for women. Here with Hannah Bates, big smile on your face, Hannah. From lane 7, you were right there the whole time, but what a last 50, you must be stoked.
I am. I really didn't think that I was going to medal tonight, but yeah, I'm absolutely stoked.
You didn't think you'd medal, but you won it. You got a gold medal, and 7 seconds faster than your heat. What do you put that down to?
I think I just thought to myself, I've just got to go tonight, and I've got to leave nothing in the pool. That's what my coach has been saying. I've got to get out from the first 100, and that's what I did.
Stephen Kent and I, we've talked about being brave a lot of the times, and sometimes, you know, you feel in a 200 butterfly, a very demanding event, you know, always this need to hold back. But was that just a game changer for you tonight? Do you think something's changed for good, that now you've done that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the confidence now going into other meets and different things like that, I can take that confidence through knowing that I can go out hard.
Oh, really looking forward to seeing what you do next time. Well done, Hannah. Congratulations.
My name is Mark. I own Swimtastic Swim School here in Auckland. This is my third development with Merthyr Pools, and on every occasion I've had nothing but fantastic opportunities with them, and also the end product has been outstanding. Now we've got this magnificent facility where we put through about 3,000 students a week. Our water quality is nothing but outstanding, as is the quality of the pools themselves. So my experiences with Merthyr Pools has been nothing but incredibly positive.
Well, welcome back. What a swim from Hannah Bates there in the women's 200 metres butterfly. We move now to the men's 200 metres butterfly. There are two finals, the B and the A, and we welcome to the pool deck the B finalists. In lane 1 from Coast, Joshua McCormack Goth. 2, Aqua Gym's Zach Baker. 3, Evolution Aquatics Thomas Wilkinson. 4 from Neptune, Curtis Malsop. 5 from North Shore, Patrick McGill. 6 from St Peter's, Shay Dixon. 7 from United, Hugo Batchelor. And 8 from Orca, Jackson Herrick. Now, Tim Bowen, you made a very good point there that this is probably the most successful event New Zealand's ever had, with Daniel Loader, a silver and a gold at the Olympic Games, and Moss Burmester, a 4th at the Olympics and a Commonwealth gold.
And you add to that an Anthony Moss, 86 gold medal in this event.
Bronze medal at the Olympics for
1988, a bronze medal, and he won the Commonwealth Games in Auckland in this event. So great pedigree. Daniel Loader turns up to the Olympics in 1992 at the age of, I'm going to say... 17. Yeah, 17. In fact, I think he's got the 17-year-old age group record here, 157.93, set in July of 1992. So let's say that was the Olympic Games.
So looking at this B final, it is lane 3, Thomas Wilkinson from Evolution. And also lane 5's Shay Dixon from North Shore. Lane 7 going well too, Hugo Batchelor, the 16-year-old. Into that final magic 50. This is where they either flourish or they come undone. And let's see who's toughing it up.
Lane 3 is putting in a great effort. He put a huge lap into that third 50, and look at him coming home. He went down that third lap about 2 seconds faster than anyone else in the field.
Still keeping those hips high. Steve Kent talked about that. Keeping the undulation, keeping the hips high. And in he comes, Thomas Wilkinson, 2:06.90. 3 seconds under the heat time to win the B final. Great job.
Scott, there is, of course, another great New Zealander who's got a track record in 200 butterfly, and in my swimming days it was a guy called Richard Lockhart, and whenever we had a tough session we would call a red spot special, and Hilton Brown would say, okay, well, someone's going to have to do a 200 butterfly, and Richard Lockhart was the guy. He was a breaststroker by trade, so pretty uncoordinated when it came to butterfly. But he would always step up and take one for the team. So, you know, if you're listening, Richard, well done.
Shout out to Richard Lockhart. There's the result for the B final. Some great names coming through here, Tim, from yesteryear. Some very, very talented swimmers, and that represented their country well. And we now welcome to the pool deck the 200-metre butterfly for men A final. In lane 1 from Wharanui, William Campbell. Lane 2 from Capital, Atakura Julian. Lane 3 from Coast, Wilrick Kutsia. Lane 4 from Capital, Lewis Clareburt. Lane 5 from Capital, Lachlan O'Connor. Lane 6 from Capital, Joel Crampton. Lane 7 from QE2, Satori Dobby. Lane 8 from Jazzy, Archie Perriam. The fastest 8 200-metre butterfly swimmers in New Zealand, and Lewis Clareburt in the middle lane. Always exciting to see what he's going to do. He's had some phenomenal final sessions this week with the New Zealand record 100 freestyle, qualification to the Olympics in numerous events. And Tim, they go down the first 50. This is about positioning, jostling, getting themselves mentally in the right position to take on the 350s to follow.
Scott, I haven't seen so much chest beating since last time I saw the orangutan enclosure at the zoo. There was a lot going on there, right? These boys are really pumped for this event. We've got a lot of guys from, is it Capital Swim Club here in the middle of the pool?
3 of them there from Capital, lanes 4, 5 and 6 from Capital. Lewis Clareburt leads them through into the 100 by half a body length. He hits the wall 56.06. And as you say, a lot of nerves at the beginning, all the different rituals these swimmers take. And now second and third, Lachlan O'Connor and Wilrick Kutsia, the Turner Butterfly from Coast Swimming Club.
Let's see if Lewis can bring the second 100 home in under a minute. He will be well under the Olympic qualifying time if he does that.
Well, the Olympic qualifying time, a very, very snappy 156.48. So the New Zealand record for this event held by Moss Burmester at 154.15. He did that at the Olympic Games, the World Championships.
So he's got to bring it home at about 29.6 to get under the Olympic qualifying.
25 metres to swim for Lewis Clareburt. He's well out in the front. 146, 147, looking for that qualifying time of 156.48. Coming into the final 5 metres. He's gutsing it. He comes in just over 157.24. Lockie O'Connor takes second. Wilrick Kutsia just over the 2 minutes. Another gutsy performance.
A very good last lap by Lewis, but I think third lap seemed to be the one that was just a little bit slow. 30.8 on the third lap. That was probably the half a second that he needed.
I'm sure Gary Hollywood will be clicking that stopwatch and analysing that race there, but as they say, not too shabby there, 157.24 with Lewis already reaching that qualifying time. I'm not sure, there might be the possibility of adding some more events to the program for Lewis Clareburt in Tokyo, and we'll catch up with him for his thoughts on that event. There is the top 8.
Lachlan O'Connor, 9 100ths of a second above 2 minutes. What it would mean to get under the 2.
Joined here by Lewis Clareburt, the winner. Congratulations. Some would say the toughest event on the Olympic program, but you do many of them, the 400 IM. But how did that stack up for you, Lewis?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty comfortable that first 100 metres. I sort of turned on the one after the 100, and I think the last 10 metres of that 150 probably was the point where I was just sneaked over that qualifying time. But yeah, I mean, I felt good. it was pretty awesome having 4 capital guys in there in one race, and we sort of sandwiched work from coast a little bit there. But yeah, it was a bit of fun. Upset we didn't get time, but we have to move on.
Interesting you mentioned that third 50 and the fact that you could actually feel it in the race. We were looking at the splits, it was that third 50 maybe where that half second was. You knew that. How did you know that?
I sort of shortened my stroke a little bit. I was looking too much towards the wall trying to time in my turn, but just the little things, you notice that you practice every day in training and you just don't quite get them right in the race.
The fact that you knew that and there's something you can improve on next time is, a sign of a great swimmer. So well done to Lewis Clareburt, 200 metres butterfly champion. Well, welcome back. An action-packed evening tonight for the finals, day 5 of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. Thanks for joining us on Sky Sport. We move now to event 31, the women's 100 metres breaststroke. There are 3 finals, the C, B and A final, and coming onto pool deck, the C finalists. In lane 1, Rihanna Short from Orca. Lane 2 from Vikings, Caitlyn McKenzie. 3 from St Peters, Sarah Wilson. 4 from Jazzy, Sarah Mabin. 5 from Capital, Jade Morrison. 6 from North Wave, Madeline Whittam. 7 from North Shore, Caitlyn Cook. And lane 8 from Raumati, Tori Grout. And heading down the pool, first to touch the wall at the other end, it is the middle lanes. Jane Morrison in lane 5. Sarah Mabin just a second behind there. So a good lead here from lane 5's Jade Morrison. And looking at the ages here in this event, ranging from 14 years in lane 7, who's doing well. This is Caitlyn Cook from North Shore, the 14-year-old, and she looks like she's holding almost onto a 3rd or 4th here, right through to 20-year-old Sarah Mabin in lane 4, and it is Mabin that takes it out, 1:15.65, which is a good time. She's happy.
Good improvements from the heat times too, Scott.
There's the result of the women's C final, and just looking across the heat times from this morning, at least half of those swimmers improving, which is great. Now onto the pool deck is the B final of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. In lane 1 from HBK, Kirsten Fisher-Masters. Lane 2 from Pukekohe, Mackenzie Breers. 3 from Jazzy, Lucy Gordon. 4 from United, Trelise Dance. 5 from North Shore, Melissa Cowan. 6 from Pukekohe, Phoebe Harris. 7 from Mount Maunganui, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. And lane 8 from United, Natalie Hull. Now, it talked about easy speed. Breaststroke's one of those very taxing strokes. You've got power coming from both the arms and the legs, probably more power from the legs. And it is the legs that really start to go in that final 25 metres. And with the breaststroke arm stroke, you're trying to dive forward, lunge forward and catch as much water as you can whilst getting those arms recovered very, very quickly. And Melissa Cowan coming through with a nice swim here in this B final, lane 5. 1:14.19 she did this morning. Let's see if she can take out the B final. She lunges for the wall. Just pipped there by Lucy Gordon and Mackenzie Breers.
It's good to see, Scott. A lot of...
Yeah, going much faster in the final, that's right. And I think that just comes down to, one, the body's warmed up throughout the day, and the occasion. And as you said earlier, the occasion can either make them or break them. And I think that comes down to the maturity of the swimmer. As you get older, more racing, you start to really harness that nervous energy and put it into the right areas. And Lucy Gordon, a great finish there for her. We now welcome to pool deck the A finalists of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. In lane 1 from Phoenix, Rebecca Wilkins. In lane 2 from Jazzy, Kaylee Jackson. Lane 3 from Central City, Lucy McKinnon. Lane 4 from Porirua City, Bronna Ryan. Lane 5 from Coast, Leah Milner. Lane 6 from Waitakere, Brianna Crawford. Lane 7 from North Wave, Kara Smith. Lane 8 from Central City, Lanahay Connolly. Well, we'll come back to that later. This is the women's 100 metre breaststroke. And a good start, Bronna Ryan in lane 4. And she did a time of 1:11.45. They've got a lot of work to do to get down to that qualifying mark of 1:07.07. The New Zealand record held for the last 15 years by Annabelle Carey is 1:09. And a really good start, Kara Smith out there in lane 7. She was second to the wall, but no, it was Kaylee Jackson. And Kaylee has had a fantastic meet so far. Still pretty flat across the field. Bronna Ryan. Brianna Crawford starting to come through. Brianna Crawford. She won the 200 metre breaststroke. Can Bronna Ryan hold on? Liamuna coming through strongly. Liamuna might get there. Brianna Crawford just. What a close final, an exciting final. The lead changed so many times. And someone got a really fast start there in that replay. We'll have to wait to what the technical officials say of that. Brianna Crawford just by a fingernail. In she goes to the wall. Leah Milner right there, and Kara Smith as well. Bronner Ryan. And we'll catch a word with the winner, Brianna Crawford. Here with Brianna Crawford, the winner of the women's 100 metres breaststroke. Congratulations, Brianna. You're winner of the 200, but that is one of the closest races we've seen the whole championships, and it must have taken everything you've got to get to that wall first.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a really tough race. Full props to the girls though for pushing me all the way. Couldn't have done it without them, but yeah, definitely probably one of my favourite races so far. Yeah.
Tactics tonight, could you see, obviously looking ahead, could you see what was going on, or was it just, you know, go do your own race?
Definitely do my own race. I think that worked really well for me, and just backing myself, believing in myself, and yeah, trusting all the work that I've done, so yeah.
Sensing probably in that last 10 metres how close it was, because I used to do breaststroke myself, and you could often see, you know they're there. I mean, were you thinking in that last 10, concentrating on that wall?
Yeah, I was definitely lining up the wall. I could see Kara to my side, and I was, you know, having her there next to me really pushed me, and yeah, it was definitely one of the more tighter races that I've been in for a while, so really enjoyed it, yeah.
Well done, Brianna Crawford, the winner of the women's 100 metres breaststroke.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Well, welcome back. Another exciting A final there of the women's 100 metre breaststroke, and congratulations to Brianna Crawford. We move now to event 119, the women's 50 metre freestyle final, para multi-class. In lane 2 from Te Arawa, Siobhan Terry. Lane 3 from Wharanui, Gabby Smith. Lane 4 from QE2, Sophie Pasco. Lane 5 from Pukekohe, Tupou Naufi. Lane 6 from Coast, Nia Wallace. Lane 7 from Wharanui, Lily Fox-Mason. Sophie Pasco in lane 4, her New Zealand record 27:32. World record is the same. She holds the world record. And as we spoke to Simon Main earlier, and as we've heard from Sophie Pasco, they haven't tapered into this meet, they haven't rested. So any of these times that are close is a great indication of their performance and tracking in. 29.11. Virtually the same as this morning. Well done to Sophie Pasco. And Tupou Naufi, 32.42, just off her New Zealand record. Gabby Smith, another great swim for her. We'll get a word from Sophie Pasco for the winner of that event. We'll just wait for that confirmation. So the official result, Sophie Pasco wins that 50 freestyle. Well done, Sophie. Put it there. Another title and a whole lot more race experience. As you said, you came into this, you haven't rested. It's all about just giving everything and taking away little bits and pieces you can take back to your training, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. It was a bit of a frustrating time tonight, but that's all part of the package of swimming. You know, we train for the best times, but sometimes it doesn't all quite pan out what we like it, but it is faster in the morning, so that's obviously definitely what we wanted to achieve.
Yeah, I think the thing is, you know, we all know from when I was swimming back in the day, that taper, that rest, I mean, you could have everything right, the technique was right, the start was right, but just that sharpness not quite there.
Totally, that's all part of the package of tapering down. But, you know, my taper's getting closer with Tokyo around the corner, and this wasn't the right meet for me to do that. We're treating this meet as obviously our qualifying time and getting those. So, but that's for me personally. So every athlete is different, and I absolutely respect that. But right now, yeah, I'm focused on what's around the corner after this.
So looking ahead to the Paralympics, you've had plenty of experience of going to this event. What do you look forward to most about attending this next one?
Oh, this one's obviously going to be very different. I think we can all say that with all the athletes that are qualifying, it's going to be a new experience in itself with obviously the current situation at hand. So I think Tokyo will literally just be a brand new experience that I'll be looking forward to. It's not going to be the same as the past 3 games. We're not going to have the fans, but it's something that we should reap in and remind ourselves that we're fortunate enough to even have Tokyo go ahead.
The gold's still going to be the gold, right?
Well, you know, I've got 3 campaigns to back up.
Good job, Sophie Pasco, the winner of the 50 freestyle para multi-class. We move now to the 50-metre freestyle for men para multi-class final. In lane 1 from Mount Eden, Tate Pitchon. In lane 2 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. In lane 3 from Selwyn, Ian Edwards. Lane 4 from Whangarei, Cameron Leslie. Lane 5 from Mount Eden, David Beck. Lane 6 from Te Arawa, Bailey Conlon. Lane 7 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. The Paralympic qualifier in the lane 4, Cameron Leslie, out for his second outing this evening. And welcome in Tate Pitchon in lane 1, his first swim of the championships. And many of the familiar names here in this 50 freestyle. David Beck, who broke the New Zealand record for S14 earlier in the evening. He's coming through strongly, looking for a time fast in 27.67. And he's gone faster than that. Good job for David Beck. And we come through to Cameron Leslie. He's got real rating. He hits the wall. 37.58. Just over the world record of 37.14. Well underneath the Paralympic qualifying time. He's happy. You've got to be happy with 0.4 off the world record. Well done, Cam Leslie. We'll get another word with him. Always enjoyable catching a word with Cam Leslie. Always something entertaining to say. And a real gentleman. So Cameron Leslie must be really pleased, and a lot of those swimmers going under their best times, which is great to see. Cam Leslie here, another qualifying time. You look really impressive there, Cam. Watching in the last 10, just that rating was just incredible, and obviously something you've worked on for that 50 free.
Yeah, it is. The rating is always a focus for me, and trying to find that happy medium between a high rating and a good length.
37.5, about 0.4 off your own world record. You must be pretty happy with that time.
Yeah, really happy. Yeah, it is the second fastest I've ever been, so it's yeah, it's a bloody good time. It's improvement from this morning to tonight. It's good.
In terms of breaking that 50 into 2, is it just flat out from the beginning and just concentrating on that rating, or do you sort of break it into 2 and have 2 parts to it?
My rating will sort of, like, I train at a high rating anyway, so it's about making sure I'm feeling the water properly, but while I'm rating, I'm trying to think about that high elbow to actually get good purchase on the water. And then we throw the breathing pattern in there.
How much is the dive, certainly for one length? Do you practice the dive much? Has that become just a completely habit to you now?
It's something that we've worked on a lot over the years. We've tried a few different styles and sort of found what works for me, but in the lead up to this I haven't actually been able to dive because of my shoulder, so it's probably only the 3rd dive I've done. In a few months, that's for sure. It's just trying to nurse the shoulder through as well as give it some time to heal and get done what we need to do in the water.
Well, congratulations, Cam. Look forward to seeing you in action tomorrow for day number 6. Well done. Well, welcome back. We have the final event of this evening's final session, and we welcome to the pool deck the second of the time finals of the men's 1500 metres freestyle. In lane 1 from Mount Maunganui, Gus Shivnan. In lane 2 from Tasman, Alec Swan. Lane 3 from Neptune, Jacob Blomfield. Lane 4 from Capital, Bronson Lloyd. 5 from Pirates, Joseph Stewart. Lane 6 from Nelson South, Oxford Bailey. Lane 7 from Orca, Jackson Herrick. And lane 8 from Nelson South, Nick Hall. Away we go, 30 lengths of the pool, and lucky for me, I've got two very, very talented former swimmers alongside me. We introduced Tim Bowen, the 200 backstroke title holder 30 years ago and Commonwealth Games representative in Auckland, and also just joining me, Dean Kent, 3 times Olympian, Commonwealth Games silver medalist. Dean Kent, great to have you with us.
Thanks, Scotty. Good to be here, mate.
We'll get some expert comments from both of these swimmers. Not that either of them swum the 1500, but we'll keep it entertaining for you. That's for sure. Bronson Lloyd in the middle of the pool. Alongside him is Joseph Stewart, the 10-kilometre open water champion from January this year. And this first 100, Tim Bowen, with all the 30 lengths to go, it's all about settling into the rhythm, isn't it?
It certainly is, Scott. Actually, I can tell you a little story about a 1500 if you want to hear one. I have swum one at Nationals, as it happens, and it was the 1990 Commonwealth Games trials. I'd finished about 4 days in and had nothing to do for the last couple of days, so I decided I'd enter the 1500. Now, little did I know the 1500 is always the last event on the program, so everyone else is hanging around waiting for you, and the rest of my crew were going up to the bakery. And they were waiting for me doing this 1500, so I literally hopped out at the end and I had 4 guys going, get your gear on, we're going to the bakery. So I didn't get much of a warm down that day, but I got to the bakery pretty quickly and there were some jam donuts coming my way. So, if you had to earn a donut, doing a 1500 is probably the best way to do it.
We'll see if we can pull together some jam donuts for these guys, and they're coming through to the 200 metre mark. Just clicking over 2 minutes here, the seed times of these swimmers. 15:48 for Bronson Lloyd, and a tick over 16 minutes for the swimmers either side of him. So at this early stage, Dean Kent, either Bronson Lloyd's taking it easy or these other two on the outside are taking the first 300 pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, it looks like they've got onto a pretty good rhythm already, like you were talking about, Scott. And I guess you never want to swim a 1500 alone, I know that much. I actually did swim a 1500 at Div 2, such as the pedigree that I hold at this event. And it probably was wise for me never to swim it again. I'm reminded, as these guys pace their race quite well, of one Stephen Ferguson, the 4-time Olympian, who decided to swim the 800 freestyle at the National Championships, went through the 400 in somewhere around 4 minutes, and then came home in a solid 4 minutes 40 for the second 400. I'm not sure that these guys will want to pace the race just so, but one can only hope that someone's going to be that brave.
That's right, they're still collecting the piano that fell on him out of the pool there in Wellington. Stephen Kent, and if he's watching or listening, he'll be having a chuckle himself. Everyone's had one of those races, haven't they, Dean? Haven't they, Tim, where the plan doesn't quite go the way you'd hope? And just back to the racing here, Bronson Lloyd just looking over, breathing off to his right. And very smooth, just looking at that nice stroke at the front. He's catching the water just at the perfect position at the front. No deviation of that stroke on either side. And what that'll do is conserve that energy in the early stage of the race. The best 1500 metre freestylers are the ones with the best technique. The ones that don't quite have the right technique, they are wasting the energy in the wrong areas, and it will pay on them later on. So, Tim, comments in this early stage. We're coming up to the 400 metre mark, and they're going to turn. We'll get a good idea of how they're tracking. And well done, just leaving the pool deck at the moment is the medal kids, who have done a wonderful job bringing out the medals for our medal ceremonies this evening. Well done to those children.
Yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see how these boys play this race. I mean, we've gone through the 400 in 4 minutes 12. We're basically a quarter of the way through the race. We've got a best time, a seed time of 15:48, which is looking increasingly difficult to reach. We've got a second seed time, 16 minutes. Now, let's hope Bronson's going to drag Joseph through, and the two of them are going to push each other and potentially both get under that 16 minutes. Scott, now we're talking about pacing. I happened to go to the Australian Open champs for I think it was the 92 Olympic trials, and there was a man by the name of Kieran Perkins swimming back in those days, and he was a phenomenal talent. He had won the 200 freestyle at the Olympic trials. He'd won the 400 freestyle in a world record time. He lined up in the 1500. He went through the first 800 in a world record 800 metre time, and then he finished off with a world record for the 1500. And you think, how does a man do that? That was just a phenomenal effort. He was on fire, a bit like what we're seeing with Lewis here. It was basically everything he touched turned to gold, and it was a real privilege to see someone like that. You see the times he put out, and then a guy called Grant Hackett came along, smoked a few of them. Another man came along, Ian Thorpe, and you look at the times he put up, you never thought anyone's going to get near them. Within a couple of years, someone had taken them. And it's just one thing you learn, I guess, with swimming. And I sit here and look at the performances of a lot of the athletes here today. They're in another category from what we were doing 30 years ago. They're probably in a different category to what was happening 10 years ago. It's just the beautiful thing with the sport, that it just keeps on moving. And hopefully with these swimmers, each of them are pushing themselves to try and be that little bit better each swim they do. We're starting to see Joseph pick up the pace here. 6 minutes 20 through the 600.
Yeah, some good thoughts there, Tim, and certainly when you look at Zach Reed, who won the 400 metres, would have won the Olympics had he been there in 1996. That's a bit of hindsight, isn't it? But just shows the times, how they've moved along. And of course, Lewis Clarebert, that 4:09 400 metres individual medley, an extremely fast time. Now looking at this, Joseph Stewart has taken the lead now over Bronson Lloyd. An interesting move here by him at this stage. We're coming through to the 700 metre mark at the end of this lap. And these two swimmers breathing off to their left. So Bronson will be taking a look at him on the even or the odd laps on the way back. But it'll be interesting to see, Dean, what this does mentally to Bronson Lloyd, being having someone sort of take the lead midway through.
Yeah, well, I think you've obviously gone to a race with a particular race plan that you want to execute, and sometimes the nerves and that kind of thing can get a little bit the better of you. Certainly, sitting in the marshal area preparing for a 400 IM is no picnic mentally, and I think for the 1500. I can only imagine it's a little bit worse. But I think, I'm really encouraged there by what Joseph Stewart is putting up there, and hopefully that just helps to drag Bronson Lloyd along through what has to be a fairly tough part of the race when you're kind of halfway, you're still quite a long way to go. I do know that when I was swimming, lucky enough to swim on a national team with Bryn Murphy, when he used to work on that 500, 500, 500, break the race up into sections and manageable little sections so that he could, keep focused and not lose his way. So I just wonder whether this is part of that race plan, and hopefully, these guys are able to pull themselves through with that race plan and get out of the pool, albeit feeling like they're going to throw up potentially and can't walk, but hopefully satisfied with the effort they've put in.
It's a really good way to look at it, the 500, 500, 500. Quite a daunting number of lengths to swim, certainly long course where there's not the turns, and for the people at home, long course is a 50-metre pool, short course is a 25-metre pool, meaning they swim 60 lengths and do twice as many turns. So in this event, the other thing, I guess, Tim Bowen, is the turns. I mean, I remember watching Grant Hackett, in fact, and he was racing someone else, and it was Grant Hackett that had amazing turns, and every time he turned, he would capture about a quarter to half a body length, and that can't be discounted in a race such as this.
Absolutely not, Scott. That generation of Australian swimmers really changed the world in terms of 1500. They brought 200 and 400 metre tactics to a 1500, and it really meant you had to have a great start. Every turn was somewhere you can make a gain. Now, we talk about what are the swimmers thinking about in these races. I saw a quote from Daniel Loader before I came out tonight. I did a bit of pre-research, Scott, and I thought it was interesting because these sort of races, he was talking about a 200-metre race, but he just broke it down into very small component parts, and his quote was, good start, streamline under the water, butterfly kick, come up, good long strokes, good turn, push off the wall. It's starting to hurt, but that's okay. Keep going, keep your stroke long. What's everyone else doing? Next turn, stay under the water, come up, good long stroke. Into the third lap, a little bit faster. Strong turn, stay under the water, come up. Okay, here we go, let it all go. Put it all out there. Fast as you can, finish strong, reach to the wall. You think you don't need much more of a blueprint than that to race any race pretty much. And you think about, or you talk about or you listen to the great athletes, you listen to athletes that have done something a little bit special, whether it's a personal best time or a world record, and most of them will say it went past in a blink of an eye because my body just went into autopilot. And this is an event really where the body's probably going into a little bit of autopilot, that they've got a race plan, they've practiced it, they've visualized it 1,000 times, and the body's just doing what it's told, what the brain's telling it, which is keep your stroke long, start building into the wall, good hard turn.
Great to hear those thoughts from, and that self-talk from Daniel Loader, the great Daniel Loader, the double Olympic gold medalist from '96. And back to the race here. It is Joseph Stewart in control by about 3 seconds or 2.5 seconds over Bronson Lloyd as they turn at the 1100 metre mark. And Dean, just talking about self-talk and probably what these swimmers are thinking now, but back to your 400 IM, 200 IM. Do you recall and remember the self-talk you had in those events?
Yeah, I think Tim hit it on the head before. Like the actual race itself, I don't remember too much. It tended to go by pretty quickly, but certainly beforehand in the marshalling area, the lead up to the race, when you come along to the Olympic or the Olympic trials, and there was you either do it or you don't do it, and that's your one chance for the next 4 years. So I think those great athletes had that ability to keep it simple in those really, really high pressure environments, and just execute their race plan. And I think just being able to keep yourself in the perfect mental state to still be a bit nervous, but not too much so that you're exhausted when you get out there, so that you're able just to squeeze that lemon for absolutely everything it's got. And as I say, come out of the water feeling like you're going to throw up, unable to walk, but satisfied knowing that there's not one more thing that you could have done to put into that race. And then you go back and say, okay, did I execute that race plan perfectly, or did I mess it up? And I actually remember what you were talking about in terms of that 1500. It was Grant Hackett versus Kieran Perkins, and we were talking about that earlier in terms of, you know, the old legend and the new legend. And in that 1500 metre trial for the Australian Olympic trials, Grant Hackett won the 7.5 metres in and 7.5 metres out of every turn. Kieran Perkins won the 35 metres between each, and Grant Hackett actually won the race just because of those 7.5 in, 7.5 out by 25 metres. So when you talk about that next step in terms of the skill level of Grant Hackett's turns, taking the swimming to a new level, it wasn't good enough just to be an absolute animal and the fittest person in the pool. You had to be that and something else. You had to have that and the skill level. And obviously, as I say, or as you've said, Tim, Grant Hackett was able, or other people have taken it from that to another level again.
Some great insights there from Dean Kent, the three-time Olympian and Commonwealth Games silver medalist, coming into the business end of this 1500 metre freestyle, and the intensity coming up. Joseph Stewart is on track, hopefully for a PB here, but Bronson Lloyd sensing now's the time. The bell rings for 100 metres left to go, 2 lengths of the pool to go for these swimmers, and if Bronson Lloyd's going to make a break, it's got to be now. Now looking, it was about a 105.5 these swimmers were doing, but now those times start to come down. 31.84 for Bronson Lloyd in the last 50. Joseph Stewart a good second slower in the 50 prior. So now it's going to come down to the battle of the fittest. Who wants it more, this 1500 metres freestyle for men? They turn with 50 to go. Joseph Stewart had a really good 50 there, 31.69. The kick starting to come in. The race is on. The cap almost about to fall off the head of Bronson Lloyd. Can Bronson Lloyd claw it back from Joseph Stewart? The 10K New Zealand champion, he will. Bronson Lloyd, cap has come off. He comes through to win. 16.02 brings Joseph Stewart through to a best time of 16.04. But Bronson is happy to have won that event. And hitting the wall third will be Jacob Blomfield from Neptune in a time of 16.20, just over. But Bronson Lloyd very happy with that win. He came back extremely quickly over the last 200 metres. In fact, you look at that time on the board, 27.87 for the final 50. Now, I can tell you I've been watching them, and they've all been about 31, 32. So that, you can see why he won that event. Some would say maybe he could have started his run a little bit earlier, but all the same, a title for Bronson Lloyd, and he's happy. So in lane 8, this is Nick Hall from Nelson South, and he's finishing that final 10 metres. And for those here at the National Aquatic, big round of applause for the men in the 1500 metres freestyle. There's been a disqualification, event 32, heat 2, lane 7. Here with the winner of the men's 1500 metre freestyle, Bronson Lloyd. Congratulations, and just watching that reaction from you at the end, pretty happy to be able to claw that back after trailing for a good half of that event.
Yeah, the race plan didn't go according to how I wanted it to, but put it back in the end, luckily. There's all the adrenaline in the last 50, but props to Joseph for a good race. Yeah.
So that game plan, you spoke about that, and we spoke about it on the commentary desk of how different 1500 freestylers break up that event. Can you give us a little bit of an insight into what you were thinking when you started and what you wanted to do?
I was trying to descend each 500, but the first 500 was probably a bit too fast for my liking, but pulled it back in that last 500. Yeah, that's all.
And that final 50, you probably haven't seen it yet, but you were sort of ticking over 32s, 31s, and you did the last 50 in 27.5. So obviously you took it right from trailing to winning by quite a comfortable margin. So was that just, I've got all this energy left, I'm going to use every part of it and win this event? Is that when the sort of the switch went off?
I guess, but it was more just adrenaline, you know. I wanted to win, and lucky I got it.
Well, round of applause for Bronson Lloyd. Congratulations on a national title. Well done. We'd now like to ask you to put your hands together for the officials and technical officials this evening as they make their way from pool deck. Put your hands together for our wonderful volunteers.
From the schoolyard to the stadium, Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success on a local, regional and national level for over 20 years. We're proud to support New Zealand's sporting organisations and communities up and down the country. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. With expert advice and local service. From quote to claim management, we're with you every step of the way. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back to the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships, and we move now to the second and final of our medal ceremony this evening. Presenting medals will be Dean Kent, who has joined us in the commentary. And Dean, record holder of the 200 and 400 metre individual medley in short course pool, and also, as we've said, a three-time Olympian, a silver medalist at the 2006 Commonwealth Games, and he'll be presenting medals. And these the ceremony sponsored and supported by All Proof Industries. Starting with event number 118, the 200 metre individual medley for men para multi-class. In third place, the bronze medalist 246.86 from Selwyn, Yion Edwards. Silver medalist 235.48 from Mount Eden, David Beck. And winning in a time of 2:25.33 from Fairfield, Jesse Reynolds. Move now to the 200 butterfly for men 17, 18-year-old age group. Oh, sorry, the women. 200 butterfly for women, 17, 18-year-old age group. In second place in 2:19.62 from Capital Swim Club, Jenna Ralston-Larking. Winning the gold medal in 2:18.77, Georgia Wills from Capital. Move now to the women's 200 metres butterfly open final result. In third place, bronze medalist 2:18.77 from Capital, Georgia Wills. Silver medalist 2:18.61 from North Shore, Ruby Matthews. The gold medal in 2:17.60 from Wharanui, Hannah Bates. Move now to the 200 metre butterfly for men, 17-18-year-old age group. The bronze medalist, 2:12.95 from Aquagym, Zach Baker. Silver medalist in 2:09.07 from Neptune, Curtis Melsop. And winning the gold in 2:06.90 from Evolution, Thomas Wilkinson. The 200 butterfly for men, the open final result, bronze medalist 2:02.25 from Coast, Woolrick Kutsia. Silver medalist 2 minutes, 0.09 from Capital, Lachlan O'Connor. And winning the gold medal in 1:57.24 from Capital, Lewis Clearbird. Moving now to the next ceremony. Event 31, the 100 breaststroke for women, 17-18-year-old age group. Bronze medalist 1:11.41 from Central City, Lucy McKinnon. Silver medalist 1:11.01, Coast Swimming Club's Leah Milner. And winning in 1:10.70 from Waitakere, Brianna Crawford. Moving now to the open result for the women's 100 breaststroke. Bronze medal, 1:11.20, Bronna Ryan from Porirua City Aquatics. All Proof Industries are the supporter of the medal ceremony, and presenting the medals, three-time Olympian Dean Kent. Silver medalist 1:11.01 from Coast, Leah Milner. And winning in 1:10.70, the open title, Waitakere Swimming's Brianna Crawford. Move now to event 119, the 50-metre freestyle for women para multi-class. Third place in 31.81 from Wharanui, Gabby Smith. Silver medalist 32.42 from Pukekohe, Tupou Naufi. And winning in 29.11 from QE2, Sophie Pasco. Now to the 50 freestyle for men para multi-class. The bronze medalist in 29.69, Selwyn Swimming Club's Yayan Edwards. Silver medalist in 27.46 from Mount Eden, David Beck. And winning in 37.58 in a Paralympic qualifying time from Whangarei, Cameron Leslie. Move now to event 32, the 1500-metre freestyle for men's 17-18-year-old age group. Third place, 16:38.33 from Tasman, Alex Swan. Silver medalist in 16:04.59 from Pirates, Joseph Stewart. And winning 16:02.54 from Capital, Bronson Lloyd. Now to the open result for the 1500-metre freestyle. Bronze medalist from Neptune in 16:20.14, Jacob Blomfield. Second place in 16:04.59 from Pirates, Joseph Stewart. And winning the gold medal in 16:02 from Capital Swim Club, Bronson Lloyd. Well, some great swimming tonight here at the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. More qualifications from the para swimmers and the able-bodied swimmers here. Cameron Leslie, 2 qualifying marks tonight. and some wonderful racing, some close racing here. That concludes the final session tonight. We close. Thank you for joining us, and do join us tomorrow from 11 a.m. for session number 9 here at the Aon Champs live on Sky Sport Next. We'll see you tomorrow.